big addition for Dawn of War 2 Retribution is the 6-race campaign. We've given you the choice of not just playing the Space Marines, but choosing from 5 other of your favorite factions, including the all-new Imperial Guard.
What we have here is Jeff's displaying the 3 new heroes for the Imperial Guard. The first is the Inquisitor, which is an offensive hero. She has unique abilities, and she leads the Imperial Guard in a more offensive way. The second hero is the Commissar Lord. He's a support hero. Ironically, he supports his troops by murdering them. Like the Red Army, Commissars would execute their men in order to increase the morale of other men, and that's exactly what this Commissar here does as well. And then the Lord General, like we showed you in single player, he is a general of the Imperial Guard, also kind of a defensive and supportive hero. But instead of war gear, what he does is he actually has a retinue of guardsmen, and he increases that retinue by adding a Commissar or a Sergeant. We're going to play a 1v1 battle on one of our new maps for Retribution. This is Ashes of Typhon, which uses the new destroyed Typhon tile set. It's now a very volcanic looking planet rather than a jungle. There are 3 major themes we really wanted to capture when we set out to make IG. One is their numerous infantry. So the Imperial Guard are made up of billions of soldiers, and we really wanted to capture that feel. So what happens when you play Imperial Guard in multiplayer and you build a guardsman squad, you can add leaders to that squad, and it'll increase the maximum size of it. So it'll go from 6 total men to 9 total men, and then eventually to 12 total men. And as you increase the size with leaders, you can also reinforce the men 2 at a time or 3 at a time, so they really feel expendable. The second theme is the armor. We really wanted IG, because there are just ordinary men in a universe full of genetically altered superhumans and monstrous alien creatures. IG rely on technology. They have some of the best tanks in the game, and we really wanted to make that apparent from the very beginning. So what we did is we put a Sentinel in Tier 1. It is an armored unit. It doesn't have vehicle armor like our other armored units, but it acts more like a scout. So it'll go out, it'll decapture points, and it works as a great melee counter because if it gets surrounded, it can stomp the ground with its stomp ability and knock melee units back. And on top of that, we have other armor such as the Chimera, which is a troop transport, a Manticore rocket launcher, which is an artillery. And the Manticore is unique in Dawn of War 2 because we've added a new multi-target function. What that allows you to do is you can actually target 4 separate areas for the 4 separate rockets, creating a bit of a meta game between the 2 players. The attacker's trying to guess where the defender's going to go, and the defender's trying to guess where the missiles are coming from. On top of that, in Tier 3, the Imperial Guard have 2 of the best tanks in Dawn of War 2. They have the Lehman Russ, which is a standard issue battle tank, but a very powerful one. And they also have the Mighty Baneblade, which is one of the most powerful tanks in all of 40K. It is literally the size of 4 tanks put together and carries up to 9 weapons on it. So multiple las guns, multiple heavy bolters, and of course its demolisher cannon and its main battle cannon. And these weapons are so powerful that we've tied them to abilities, so you can't actually use them unless they're off cooldown. We just really wanted the Baneblade to feel powerful, and this is how we've kind of had to limit its power. But it's very fun playing with it in this way. And then the last theme for IG is they have very good defensive capabilities, and we wanted to build a race into Dawn of War 2 with a bit of a more defensive feel. So what the IG can do is they can call in structures such as bunkers and turret placements, and they can plant these all over the map. So when you call in a bunker, you can garrison it, you can upgrade it with medical or repair station, and you can put your men in it. But if the enemy does garrison it themselves, what will happen is they'll gain control of that bunker. So another little bit of metagame involved with the IG here. And along with these options, the Imperial Guard Guardsmen can also create deployable cover and turrets. So we really wanted to give that defensive-minded player something to do. But that's not to say that IG can't be played offensively as well. And on top of this new race, we've added new features for online. We've made the switch to Steamworks, and with that, we've added new leaderboards, a new matchmaking system, and a chat lobby. So these are features that the community has wanted for a very long time, and we're giving them to them in Retribution. And that's about it. I hope everyone enjoys playing it.
Dawn of War 2 Retribution is coming out March 1st in the US and March 4th throughout the rest of the world.